Hello, hi, I'm V Candy, my Dlamini Chikendi Keke, and I welcome you to Candid with Candy. So, this used to be on the gram, but I'm happy to tell you that we are now on YouTube. It's a whole podcast, so make sure that you subscribe and that you share. So, the person we have today is a little brother of mine from another planet. He is a comedian, he is an entertainer. What else? A socialite. Do you answer to that title?
Yes, I do, in fact. Because you know what? Growing up, I've always been that person that always likes to interact with people.
Yeah.
And I think that's where my speciality is. Interacting
with people.
Yeah.
So now, for a number of people, it takes time for them to find themselves and to really know their purpose.
Yeah.
You're 18. Yes. Have you come to that realization of knowing your purpose, why you're here, your calling?
Yes, I noticed that about 2 months ago, in fact, when I sat down with one of my friends and he said, dude, you know what, your purpose here is to actually try and get your Shona to change Zimbabwe.
Wow, it's in the language.
Basically, so...
What do you say, Cody? Cody The Rank Marshall, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise. Energy. Loud. Make some noise. Cody The Rank Marshall. One murunga gajaidzga. Sikonotora chirungu ereo.
Chirungu ndotochigona.
Yeah. So I've always actually found it funny kuti pane varungu vanomonyora chirungu.
Yeah.
Vantochikorawo.
Like, I think it's also Chirungu it's quite a difficult language.
Yeah.
That's an inishona yokuti pane chichi.
Yes.
Manje ne Chirungu it's a whole different language.
It is. With syllables and whatever. Imagine, it comes with a whole lot of things. So thank you so much for making time. You know, you bring the right vibe, and I always look forward to talking to you.
Yeah.
What do you say, Cody? How are you? Could you say you're Christian Bank? Like, what is the entertainment space like? Is it like a whole big town with actually some activity that takes place? Gee, what's there in Christian Bank? If I want to come there, like, which sports would you actually take me?
So, Christian Bank, Chaiko, it's just like farming area.
Yeah.
In Jumbo yango so it's not something where it's big.
Yeah.
Like Kunzi Harare. It's just a small area, and stuff like that. There are some places, like every Sunday, you get in a bora.
Yeah.
Then kuseri ku Christian Bank, tena kumazoe. Kuneka mekabao kanunzi mashika. Nokwa tumbo enda tichimbo tandara iko.
Is that the big bike koko?
Don't kabao kacho keko.
Okanenga to never like vekuma farms or just different people, a mixture.
A mixture of people. Vekuma prazi, veku town. Wema location and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
if I come to Christian Bank, you will take me to that. That's your big spot.
Every weekend.
Okay. But let's take you back to you growing up, because for a number of people, it's actually so strange that they find this white boy speaking Shona so fluently. Where did this start? Zvakatangira kupi, zvakatanga sei?
So zvakatanga pakuti mumza wangu paanga china kubasa. Wakandisiya na house girl Constance. Sando pakukura anga chindibatsira neshona chindzisa Shona.
Saka koni mama paenda kubasa aitosara achitaura newe neshona throughout.
Achitondibereka, achitondisa kuma shops, watoto kuti ndinonatsa kudzidza culture reZimbabwe.
And mama vaitichi that time kuti mwana uyu wakatanga kunyatsoitaura fluently at what stage, and was your mom comfortable with you embracing the Shona language in that way kuti because unoitaura?
The first time my parents actually knew kuti ndaigona kutaura Shona was patakamboenda ku this other farm. Vanhu vakatanga kuti netsa vanga vadhakwa enda vanataura navo neshona kuti amana guys chimbomira izvozvo izvozvo kwatiri tarasika chisa todoona kune road yacho.
Yes.
Then ndopane maparents angu anatsa kuona kuti Shona ndikutoigona because ndaitonyara kuitaura. Like these other guys wechirungu vanogona kutaura Shona but vanonyara
havataura zvekuti unozvachiva mwarunguka unotovanyeya varipo isusu will be thinking kuti havasi kunzwa
urikuona
but they can hear.
Exactly. So ndopakatanga then ndopandakaudza nevanhu kuti aiwa usanyare neshona ravo ukutogona zvavo kutoita izvozvo because ndinenge vakutodzidza culture
yeShona. And in your family, who else speaks Shona fluently?
So my brother and my sister, they used to be able to speak Shona. Then kunozongoenda nenguva wakazongopera shungu nazvo.
Alright, but iwe wakaramba uchipusha.
Ndakaramba ndichipusha.
To this day.
To this day.
Okay. Did you actually do Shona in school? You went to Peterhouse?
I went to Peterhouse, yes.
Okay, so are you do you know dzimwe Shona tsumo nezvirawe?
Zvinhu izvozvo ndakasiya because ndakaona at the end of the day ndikuramba ndichidzidziswa the same stuff. So kwandiri ndaingopinda muclass ndaingogara ndichitaura kuti A B ndichidai so
iwo kompando noziva
handiuzivi kuti kuchikoro chandisingadzidze izvozvo. It was just like because ndakaramba kuenda ku-L1 Shona.
Okay, ku-L1 ndokwanyatsitwa
inandi mu-L2 because vanhu vacho vaida kuti ndidzidzise vamwe varungu Shona kuvabatsira. So they wanted me ku-L1 but ndakaramba. Then wati alright iwe since hausido kuenda ku-L2 chipinda ku-L1 chipinda pa-L2.
So I'm just going to try a tsumo on you. Mbudzi kudya mfenje. You need to finish that statement or that sentence or that tsumo.
Ndiziva man.
Mbudzi kudya mfenje.
Ayi atoikangana.
Take a wild guess, like engoijoinidza chamwari mbudzi kudya mfenje.
Ndatoikangana. Kutoikangana chikuti
it's ufananyina ndi ufananyina.
Ufananyina.
Cody.
Ndavandaiziva.
Okay, so then growing up in Kristen Bank, going to Peterhouse, in terms of your other friends, how do they take you? Do you feel like a black man stuck in a white person's body? Do you feel that way? Or you can do the best of both worlds? How do you function? Because it's more of dual functionality. You are a black man somewhere, Maori, Cody. Then you're also this white boy somewhere. How do you function dually in that way?
Like inini, when I go kune my friends out wechirungu, I become a totally different person.
That's the dual personality I was talking about. Yeah.
So ndonogono tochinja munhu anogona tona like right now mogono ndone chitotaura nemunhu mutema fluent Shona chichi as soon as ndonotanga kutaura nema friends angu it's like a switch ka on and off kudai so kuti nenda kutoziva kuti chi ayo vamwe varungu vangu havanzi.
So do you have two personalities?
Basically I do.
And how do you balance that? How do you balance is it not like more of a stretch where you have to stretch yourself too much to be this person in this world or this person in another world, which is good, versatility, to be able to adapt, it's good. But then are you comfortable to do that?
I am. Over the years I've just learned how to get through it and everything like that. Like it's quite a difficult thing but zimengwa unomborasika like ukaenda kune ma friends ako okunotanga kutaura neShona.
Like, what are you saying?
Yeah, like stuff like that. So it's at the end of the day, it's something that I've gotten used to.
But ndekupe kunofaya more this culture, the Shona culture or the black culture or the white culture, ndekupe kunonakidza more. Kana uchinonyatsofairwa chaizvo. Where do you really belong? Because for any person, I think there is a space that you're more aligned to and aligned with more than the other, in as much as you can be both personalities. Where do you feel you belong more?
To me, I really haven't had that thing where I feel like I belong, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just something that Shona English. It's those two cultures. Isn't it? And it also depends on the event or something like that. If it's a live performance like a concert, Nana Ja praise the Winky Deer name. Obviously, Kokuno Nakita. Because us as Zimbabweans, we have that type of hype.
Yeah.
Atidi zvekunzi zvekudonetswa we hear kumafaro.
Yes.
And
yeah.
it's like from munhu anotanga low from gear 1 anopinda gear 5 straight away. Kana angonzwa that type of song even kana ari sober kana rakadhaka. The hype is there. Manje like in Zim we don't have the concerts echirungu like ana Ed Sheeran watotoda wasatomboya kuno. So we can't really say I can't really say that I've been to a white concert.
Okay.
To actually see what goes on basically. But it also, as I was saying, it just depends on the event. If it's just a normal house party,
yeah,
I would prefer to go to my friends. Because I was planning here that no taura. So I was thinking about taura and the Shana culture, if you know what I mean. Like, and I mean by like Nyema Bay. You can't go kumafaro. You're not talking about ni muno wa singa Nyema Bay.
Okay,
yeah.
But then you also have other Shona friends like Energy. You can talk about my baby. And again, in terms of your preference, I don't know if you started dating.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Right now, I actually want to find. I'm on the right path, but it's still got curves in it. I want my road to be straight. Because every curve, you don't know what's going to appear there, and it's either going to. How can I explain it? Like. Either going to take you down,
true,
or going to take you up. So it's better. I prefer, until I get that straight road, I prefer to be not dating at the moment, or.
So you're giving yourself time.
Yeah.
Okay, which is good, but again, I remember having a conversation with you, and that time maybe it will change. You were saying kuti preference yako is still when it comes to girls that you're dating. Yeah. You're still more inclined to murungu than munumtima.
Yeah.
Do you still stand by that?
Yeah, I do.
Do you think it's gonna change?
No, because like I don't want to change who I actually really am. If you know what I mean, like to be honest, I'm really Cody Tinker.
Yeah.
I don't want to change my life from Cody Tinker to go to Rank Marshall.
They're two different people. So do you think you dating a different person, maybe being in a biracial relationship would change that? Because there are other people who are in that situation.
Yeah.
But I guess with time you'll be able to discover yourself more, maybe?
Yeah, maybe when my path is right, it'll actually come up to me who's best for me and stuff like that. Yeah. But at the moment it's, she's attractive, chi, but I'm trying to keep.
And you're still young.
Yeah.
It's okay to take your time and not to rush things. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, as you said, I'm still young. I don't want to get heartbroken at such a young age, or get into that relationship where something else will happen.
With nuggets, with wisdom nuggets, Cody. Okay.
So basically, I want to try and find the right person. I want that person to be someone who actually enjoys who I am, who believes and who also supports me in what I do. I don't want that person on what I can uchenda kuma shows in the week and student.
So they have to understand you and appreciate who you are.
Yes.
Okay. And I guess it makes it easier when you find that person whom you don't have to shrink or stretch yourself for.
Exactly.
So give it time.
Yeah.
Give it time. In terms of your path, is it, as I asked you, Pekutanga, like, are you clear now, or you're also still on that journey of self-awareness, self-discovery? Do you know where you want to go?
So at the moment, I'm still doing the comedy, the skits and stuff like that. We've just gotten a songwriter to write me a song. And we
song Shona.
Yeah. So nice. I'm thinking of leaving the comedy thing and going into singing. But before I leave the comedy, we're trying to do kuti, like, you know, comic pasta. I know imba plus I need to comedy.
Yeah.
Ndo ya to try it.
One is genre record. What sort of sound you're looking at?
To pinda pa Zim dance.
Zim dance.
Yeah.
Ushita chanting dance.
Yeah.
Oh wow, interesting.
So ndo ya ndo to pinda ndo na so cool. Because I feel Zim Danso is dying down in Zim. I want to try and lift it up again.
One murunga kajaidzwa. Ashisimudza ndandi nemangoma.
Mangoma.
Pamusoro chidye vakoti. What's your favorite meal? Do you have a favorite?
In the Shona culture, sadza.
Yeah.
Then white culture, I don't really know, to be honest. I think sadza is more filling than most white foods. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the chikafu chirungu izvo unokuja but
how good. Can you cook sadza? Unobika? Consenzata akuticha.
Unonziza but ndobika mbodza. Ndobika mbodza.
Wakazvibikira iwe ndenda kakuzoti mbodza. Wakazvibikira iwe kana kuti you cooked for the family.
Because ndinogara ndichidya. So you know kuti sadza imbodze kuti sadza nemapundu.
Usika ukatorinzwa kuti aiwa rangu ari sweet.
Ndakatidza kuti sadza randabika pamaya. Kana imbuka dzangu dzakatoramba kudya. Ndokudza.
Imbuka ikati kana no man.
Ndidye mbodza. Ndakaseka zvangu.
Oh my gosh, you always do that, Cody. So, what can you cook? Are you flexible in the kitchen? The other time when you zoti chinja unogona kuboilisa zai. Did you then improve your culinary skills?
I did. Pare zvino chero ndogona kutobika pare zvino but except for sadza.
Or other things.
Kazhinji muriwo. Because I like to experiment. Like I don't like going on you know, like I'm that type of person. I know not kushanda any budget, but unaona what mu fridge mune mazai 2, mune sausage 1, mune chingo. What can I do with it?
Yeah.
Utotanga kutogaya musoro wako nganidai so kancheke sausage yendo ikanda ne mazai momo, yose tuma onion, tuma domansi, oja ne slice yako ichingo.
Nchitofara.
And also even panyama, I'm also that type of person anoda nyama steadiness.
Kana nini? Ayo nyama ndoida. But zvakanzi nyama is not so healthy to overconsume it. It's not good, but inini weakness nyama ndoida chai.
And it also depends on nyama yacho ya urikuja, I think. Like I think kana ukuja red meat's good for you, like steak and stuff like that, because of protein. But like kana uchija, I think it's also you have to change between.
Yeah.
The meat, like you can't have chicken every day. You need to mix it up.
Yeah, and also like more greens. That is what is advised. More plant-based food on your plate. But then, so we're in a pandemic, and I remember you also saying that you, at one point, COVID.
Yeah.
How was that experience? Must have been scary for you, especially time you were
It was very scary. But at the end of the day, I realized, because I was that type of person, I couldn't COVID. I was that type of person, when I got it, that was not to pay you up. Because it just came like that. It's like, I'm fine. Basically in the morning, I was fine. Taste yangu recipe. Maskati manje pandatenga chicken in. Ndakatodzera chicken in iko. Chikafu chinji chakapera taste.
You lie.
I honestly went because
it was bland like nothing.
No, ndakatry kusa salt and stuff like that. Ratoramba. Munhu wacho atotese zvanzi wawanza salt. Ndati kana salt racho ranodaisa nzwinji. Then that's when I went and picked my mom up and I was like, I think I need to go for a COVID test. Kumirira doctor uye kumira. Positive. Ndakati ndongofa.
So were your symptoms angari mild or wakatomborwara? Or just the fear ngozoti I'm positive, especially that time, zvaitotyisa even more?
So I did have bad symptoms, but not rugunzi ndakusvika pakufa, but it's just like your taste, musoro, your back, your eyes, and stuff like that was just annoying. Like you, why big it chikafu, but then what's the point of eating it?
You can't taste.
You can't taste. Ndakatozama a lot of stuff to try to get my taste back, but zvakatoramba.
What did that experience teach you about life? Did it change you in any way?
Not really. It just taught me that just be careful in life, basically. Like if there is a pandemic, nobody can believe that COVID is there.
Okay. And in terms of death, are you afraid of it? Kufa.
I'm not really. Because in fact yesterday wabvunza energy nasota dai upenyu wangu webhoila unozwa huku dzezi vazvitori nani bosi unongoswera uchingodya uchingomwa mvura orara womuka futi odaro ngozoti kana ndasvika pachristmas apo handi kutozoti ndakutendera mberi not like
kuti kana usvika antibroiler kana yapa Christmas inobva yaurayo. So kuti you saying it's better to know kuti ndafara then my timeline ends here.
Well, like now you don't know when you just know gonna go.
Yeah.
So like let's say maybe we've had such a bad day then you're gonna have a car accident. One way so got abachinetsana nino. So then at the end of the day I want to be that type of person anofara every day.
Single like example yawapa single upenyu bro like kuti chidya hayo ichifara. Yorara yomuka. Okay, I guess that's another way of looking at it. Yeah. You also mentioned that you went to Peter House. Were you what sort of student were you?
I was a naughty student. Very naughty.
Wait.
Anana msikanzo dzimengwa kutodhisa maticha. Kusanyora umweki. Dzimengwa wege nongopinda mclass unoti nanhasa nzoda monyora kana test. Ungodza teacher kuti nanhasa nzashuma. Nazvo. Maticha akazosvika pakundijaira. Vaunzi pandatara ndashunguka. They know kuti even ukamanikidza hapana chanoita.
Waisada chikoro kana? Waigonere?
Not kunzi nandri doko. Chikoro ndaigona.
Chikoro waigona?
But not kunzi like Anna Albert Einstein.
Anna.
So teacher itoziva dzimengwana kunopinda mclass. So in Nansika, I'm not trying to know later week. Even wakanimanikidza nansingate. I know alright. Chidzoka maskati. During your free time in the afternoon, kana usina sports. The way ndoita one-on-one maybe. So that was basically my life at Peter House. But then there was those teachers vaingo kubhuka kuti munhu ukatranga kuva sanangura zvinhu zvikuitika. Yeah, vaikudza iwe dzika unyore weki.
Kubva uzotongonyora, you had no choice. State yako yonge iri which subjects?
Design and technology.
Okay.
And geo and stuff like that. Yeah.
And do you ever see yourself pursuing the academic path? Anyway, maybe a course, a diploma, something. Kana you wakagumira bachi?
Form 4. Anambonyora na exam rangu re form 4.
Why Cody?
Narambe. I was like, nope.
You're not going to do it. So you felt the school was not for you and you didn't want to force it.
Yeah. And also, we living in a life where, for example, if you want to be a doctor, of course you need to go and write your exams.
Yeah.
But for someone like me, I would go rarama msango. I did a basari msango. Like at stage. What's the point of me writing it?
And what did your parents say? Because normally, our context as children, every parent maybe feels their child has to finish school and then decide after if they want to pursue other things. How do they take it?
Wakatubvuma nazvo because they knew that I didn't want to be a doctor. They knew I didn't want to be this.
It saves time.
It saves time. And it's, okay, I do them and I fail. It's a waste of money. When the stuff that I want to do has nothing to do with exams.
Do you have anyone that you look up to who was a high school dropout? Because I think you should have that list. A lot of successful people who then dropped out of school. Go and look at that list and yeah.
I will. For now, I don't have anyone.
Yeah.
But I can say Domtembo.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you don't regret, you're okay. You never want to pursue, as you said, anything to do with even design technology, right? Or what you were good at.
Because designing technology, it's, some of the stuff in life is just about common sense.
Yeah.
Like you want to make a table. Like a coffee table for the side of the bed.
Yeah.
You need a top, you need 4 legs.
Yeah.
For example, apana pepe kunzi unoda kusema makumbo 6
So it's common sense, basic knowledge.
Yeah.
And then, are you passionate about animals as well?
Yeah.
You were in the safari. What is it called?
Nandru Kariba.
What is it called? Like when you do that? Does it have a name?
Not really. It's just so I was doing a bit of community work, helping the community and stuff like that. So I probably can give it that, community work.
Community work in the woods.
Yeah. So basically, you taenda ku nzvimbo dzidzi dzekuti vanhu vari kugara vachiraiva nenzou neshumba. The crops are being destroyed by hippos and stuff like that. We'll go there and try and prevent a way for the animals not to come into people's crops and homes.
Okay, so we've had a lot of cases here. Kukariba vanhu vanenge vachuraiwa nema animals. Where dzakupinda mu community.
Yeah.
Okay, and how was that experience for you? Say, would you do it again, or
I would.
as a passion, or as a way of giving back to the community? Like how?
Going into something like that's very difficult. There's a lot of money being used.
Okay.
And you don't know how the people are going to take it. Are they going to use what you've put there properly, or they're just going to destroy what you've done?
All right.
Like in past examples, like in different countries, people have gone and donated a fence, but then 2 weeks later that fence is down. It's now being used to catch animals in snares. So now it's basically, alright, is a fence. Say there's a fence. Munoichengetedza fence here. Every day we don't check out apana mugaka pinda or something like that. Munoshkwanise. But then you'll get that one person out kunga kuchine nzarika ndene ndotora wire. So then it's basically it's quite difficult. It's a lot of money.
Okay, outside of your money, would you do it outside of your money? You enjoyed it. Why Sachka? But my animals actually, you love animals.
But that you need to remember when you go to the bush, you're in the animal's home. You're not in your home. It's different from when an animal comes to your house.
Yeah.
You can take action, but when
They're
you
invading.
go there, but when you go there, you're invading. It's space. So you just need to look at the signs of the animal. Is it going to attack? If you see a lion, for example, you just walk back, and you find another route around it. If you see elephants, the same thing and stuff like that. And yeah.
What else do you like outside of entertaining us? We love your presence, by the way. How's your meal? Before you answer that question, I enjoy.
Nago.
What else do you love doing? What do you find easy doing as Cody, or as the Rank Marshall Murungaga Jaizgo? What comes natural for you?
I would say the Rank Marshall stuff.
Yeah.
Comes easier. And stuff like that, because that's the path I'm taking now. To get a bit of money in and try and change Zim, as I've said. And yeah, so I think the Rank Marshall stuff comes easier, but then also the Cody stuff also does come a bit easier. It also just depends where you at.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Twitter, the podcast with you.
Yes.
I'm here for Rank Marshall. It's easier then. And also one was a Cody The Rank Marshall. I was a Cody team. So it's basically, it depends on where you're at and stuff like that.
Okay. In terms of your spiritual life, are you a spiritual person? Do you pray? What do you believe in? And how's that part of your life like? How much does it control who you are?
So yeah, so I do believe in God and Jesus. I believe that He's going to come back.
Oh.
But there are times in my life where I doubt. Like, my path was good and then suddenly it turned. I thought my life was good. And stuff like that. I do pray every day before I go to bed. I struggle to pray in the morning. but I normally do pray in the morning when I travel into town and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And when I'm having those long travels, and I know kwanduenda kure, instead of me like nungu namata nduenda get some water. But like I'm serious about it, but I'm not too over serious about it.
Which is understandable.
Yeah, I like to keep it personal. I don't like to go like door to door. I find that that's not me.
Okay.
Keep it to myself and stuff like that.
Because in your in your personal space, you pray, you believe in God, and then sometimes you doubt Him when things don't go your way.
Yeah.
Is it because you be pinning it on Him?
Not really. It's just that, like in the morning, I prayed, Mwari, please just make this day the best day and everything. And then something goes wrong. Like, and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's life.
Yeah.
You can't. Like, I've always said, God has a big book, a human Bible with everyone in it. A page just for you with what's going to happen on, what's the date today?
Today's the what? The 18th. Yeah.
And on the 18th of December 2021, God dynamics him watch a podcast.
God knew.
He knew
in his book.
He knew already. He knows when I'm going to get married. He knows what's going to happen. He knows when I'm going to die. He knows when I'm going to lose all my hair. He knows when I'm going to get my next dog. I don't know yet. I can say I'm getting my dog next week, but that next week might be in 40 years. So I believe in that book. He has the beginning and the end of my life, and every single day what happens. He knows when I'm going to pray. He knows what I'm going to pray about and everything like that. So that's how I look at it.
So having that knowledge or seeing God in that perspective, what effect does it have on your prayer life or on how you run your life? Knowing that God already knows, maybe it's already predestined. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I feel He's got my path laid out already. Like you always say, if you pray to God, what's that in the Bible? If you walk in the valley of death,
the shadow of death. Yeah.
So He knows.
Psalm 23.
So He knows what's going to happen. He knows what's going to happen just now. Basically, He's going to know I don't know that, but He knows studio.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'm saying having that knowledge, He knows, does it make you comfortable to know?
Yes, it does.
It's already set. God knows.
It does. And also, going back to the relationship thing, the reason why God doesn't want me, for me, I can say, but for Him, you say, no, I want this person to come into your life now. I don't want you to waste time. This person is there for you. I want this person to help you and guide you. Or He might say, no, you might go on so many dates and so have so many breakups, but by the time you find someone that you actually love and want to get married to, what about all those previous breakups? Why didn't you just wait for God to set your path?
Yeah.
As He normally does. He does. He wakes you up
every day. Clockwork.
It's like that. He might say, no, Cody went to bed at 4 o'clock this morning, but he needs to be up by 7 to get into town to sort everything out so he can be at the podcast on time and stuff like that. He knows when he's going to put you to sleep. You know, maybe like na 7.
Happens.
So going back to your question, yes, I do. My life is more comfortable knowing that He guides me every day. And I know I'm safe, so I'm not scared to die. So I know if I die, I'm going to go meet Him.
Aww.
And stuff like that.
That's beautiful. It is. Wow, Cody. Congratulations on the endorsements. Did you see that coming?
No, I didn't.
2021, it ended on a very great note for you, where your brand is now monetized and you actually start making money out of this Cody persona.
Yeah.
Wow. Congrats.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's very life-changing. It's something now to start actually getting serious about.
Yeah.
Piper was just my jokes and I'm going to my comedy, but I actually see that I can actually do something with it and stuff like that. So yeah. So
Sikamari yacho nekutanga wakaiti sei?
yokutanga.
Yeah.
Iripo.
Oh, you're saving?
Yeah.
Oh.
I need to get a car. Then hopefully by when I'm 20, I'll have my own house and stuff like that, so I can move out on my parents. Because in the English culture, when you're 18, it means you've left school, you can start surviving on your own.
It's different from our culture where kana usati waroora kana kuti wakuroora zonzi uda kuendepi. But then in your culture,
when you're 18, you're expected to work, buy your own house, buy your own car. So I'm 18 now. I need to start jacking up. Either I'm doing the Rank Marshall stuff or actually getting a proper job where I can get money and say I can start renting a house and I can get a car. So yeah, so hopefully by when I'm 20 I'll have my own house, my own car.
you're 18, that's 2 years from now. Are you dreaming that big?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
I've got a lot of dreams, but then some of them I know they won't come tomorrow. Some of them only come later in life.
I read somewhere where it says that your life right now is a sum total of your thoughts from 5 years ago. And it was an eye-opener for me because I saw the truth in it, that maybe what I'm doing right now is what I envisioned or what I thought about
Yeah.
5 years ago. So you should be deliberate about your thoughts. Like you're saying, you want a house.
And
It will
also-
manifest. You have to think it.
And also, another thing is, if it's not going to matter in 5 years, don't spend 5 minutes worrying about it.
Love that.
Because if it's not going to matter, if you're going to say, I want to buy a jet, but in 5 years I won't have the money to buy a jet, why spend 5 minutes crying about it or shouting about it or something like that?
Yeah, or even a relationship or just
Yeah.
something that will weigh you down, or even a job. Maybe it won't matter. Maybe you'll be in a different space
Exactly.
in
'cause
5 years.
I might do the Rank Marshall stuff till next year. But God will say, I want you to go to UK and do this.
Would you want to relocate though?
No.
Because I was talking to him and he was saying that he doesn't see himself outside of Zimbabwe. You love Zimbabwe so much.
I do.
What is it about Zim? Yaunga team.
Just the people. They're friendly. There's no xenophobia. Because you're not from the country.
Yeah.
There's no wars. It's not a hurricane. It's not a cyclone, but still, it's not like we have an earthquake every day. And just the people, it's friendly. Even ukaenda kumbari, there's going to be that one person anongo kuterera, but the rest are going to accept you and stuff like that. When you go to other countries, there's either war or there's people.
There's something going on.
Yeah. So basically, yeah. So I don't see myself out the country permanently, visiting, yeah. But to go live there permanently, I don't see it.
What else should we know about you from what we see already? What else do you think we don't know about you that we should know about you? From the picture that you've painted and the content that you've given us, we may assume that we know you, but what are some of the things that you feel, you guys are easy about? I don't know, Cody Tinker, Cody The Rank Marshall. What else?
I'm that type of person, like probably say nasi ndashika wati code why I was mood now. That's me. Ndimengwa ndo kunosvika kuti nomuka makusendine energy. But then 2 minutes later, munone ndakadhimira. That's me. And vanhu vese vekumba vanoziva kuti code anongomuka achifara. But then ameno zvinongoitika kumberi kuti anongogumbuka or something like that. So basically that's me.
You're moody.
I'm very moody.
Mood yako inenge weather kupika vile inongochinja.
Inongochinja, like I don't have a specific time kuti anatikovukulobeta hasha.
I thought kuti unogara uchifara for some reason.
No, ndiri munhu anofara, but I'm not saying those moods come every day.
Okay.
Some days maybe ndifara ndine hype, but the next day I want to be that person who sarandega. Either I didn't sleep properly or like to me, someone once said to me that if you remember your dream,
Yeah.
Picture for picture, it might happen. So it's mengwa ndongo kurota zvinhu, and I remembered picture for picture. So ndo zvinonyanya kunibata.
Unenge waita nightmares kana kuti zvinotyisa.
Basically. So like, since that person said that to me, I believe in that. Because know that I don't want to go far. Like, I had a dream about me and being in a car accident. And that was about 2 months ago.
Okay.
It wasn't in this car. I didn't see the type of car. I just remember me going into a hospital and then the doctor pronouncing me dead.
You see, it was that vivid.
It was. So basically, and I remember it word for word and stuff like that. So Zweruru nandakatu diniwa kuti. Because you know when you have a dream, there's some objects that you don't see that actually shows when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I just remember me on the side of the road, ambulance, I didn't see my face.
But you knew that it was you.
I knew it was me.
You had an outer body experience in that dream.
Basically. So, and I didn't know how old I was. I don't know what car I was driving, if I was driving, where I was coming from. So I was wearing a dini. So basically that's where my moods come from.
On dreams, if you have that sort of dream, do you believe in countering that dream with a prayer?
Sometimes I do.
Yeah.
But sometimes I don't really want to pray about it. I want to think about it first. Like try and remember it. And then if I want guidance, I'll pray to him and say, please show me guidance. And stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unorota nechirungu kana kuti nechishona. For someone who speaks a lot of Shona, like unorota nechirudzi, what's the dominant language in your dreams?
It's mainly English.
It's gonna go to chirungu.
It might be Shona. But
Mushona, guys. Kana Shona yako hope. Sometimes unorota nechishona.
But it's not every day or once in a blue moon.
Kuchitaura. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
What keeps you going? What drives you? What keeps you going? What fuels you? What's the wind beneath your wings?
I really don't know, to be honest. Like I don't have a plan for today. I know I have to be at places, but couldn't do chance road tripping, better say. Just run under more. Like I don't have a plan for my life. I wake up and I see where the day takes me.
But then that drive to even wake up and to come here for the podcast and to go to your meeting, what pushes you? What drives you?
I think out there I would probably say I want to get my name out there properly. And not I want to get my name out there, meaning something.
You want to be intentional.
Yeah.
And how's that going?
It's going great. Do have one ups and downs with people, but it's just business wise. You're not gonna have doing business is like trying to get a broken car to move.
Wakambovharwa ere nemunhu anga akupromisa the world kuti Cody, I want to do this with you and stuff. Iwe wotoisa mahopes ako up and then
yeah, I have. But not rikunzi kuvharwa anything big. Just small things like maybe like a couple of $100, which it's a lot of money, but what I know I'm worth, it's nothing, if you know what I mean. Because you know, like, okay, like nikavaro $100 then kuvaro 1,000 unorodza ni 100.
Yeah.
So I think that's the main. So it's just a couple of $100, but it was fine. My manager just told me, "Sha, siyana nasho. Munhu atingwete madikila efuthi."
Ngatingosiye.
Ngatsiye. Shindakatu when they realize what they've done is will not be big. And mari yangu ya is kuma 100.
It's even more.
It's even more.
That's how we should take life. That is exactly how we should take life.
Exactly.
Are you happy?
I am.
Inside?
I am very happy.
You feel intact, Mukati?
I do have that odd moment where I think to myself, like, what am I doing here? I think that's for everyone though.
Yeah, it is.
Like especially kana urugara motor wega which driver somewhere. Numbers guy but right inini kunatsoita
That's true, yeah.
and everything like that. But besides that, I'm happy inside. You might see on the outside but on the inside I'm always happy and stuff like that.
Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Singing.
Singing?
Big, yeah. Very big. That's where I see myself.
So you listen to a lot of music and then unosapota ma-artist akawanda still. Right now, they're not artists that are kupisa manje manje. Who's the person?
I would probably say we go between Japraise and Winky D, to be honest.
Still. Okay. But apana ati awe achivabvisa pa that position.
I don't think so.
Not yet.
Not yet. Unless singing the guys
Dance.
Yeah. Now that's what
Okay, outside of Japraise and Winky D, I don't know, do you agree? Japraise and Winky D. Give me 2 more names to make the list. No, actually give me a top 5. Japraise and Winky D, that's 2. Let's put 3 more names in there.
Enzo, Jasigan and Babara.
Enzo, Jasigno, Babara. Where is Nati?
Nati, I listen to him.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite artists. But some of his songs aren't my vibe. Like, I think for me, his top song for me, and that's my top song.
Yeah.
I listen to him. Nati's in my top 10.
Okay.
But I'm considered and stand up more
Top 5.
top 5.
Nati is not in Cody.
Yeah.
In Cody's top 5. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. And in terms of local series, dramas, are you watching anything?
Not really. I do watch Dafu and them.
Yeah.
The new series that they're doing quite well.
Yeah.
I do watch them and stuff like that. But to be honest, I'm not that type of person who's always on social media.
Cool. You know, international. Do you watch my series?
I do.
The
Blacklist, Chicago.
Yeah, because I just started saying, The Blacklist, Chicago. Hey, Cody.
But yeah, I do.
Money Heist. You didn't like it. There are people who don't like Money Heist.
Squid Games,
I've not watched Squid Games.
you have to.
Is it nice?
No.
It was overhyped. Because I've watched Esa no complain when they've been overhyped, like Game of Thrones, Money Heist, absolutely love. Squid Game I've not. Yeah,
It's very gruesome. It's not for the faint-hearted, should I say.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not for the faint-hearted. Is it a bit like on the horror side?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because people are getting shocked if they lose and stuff like that.
So what's thrilling? What is making people to watch it?
I don't know, to be honest. It's just that thing. Like, for example, like Panama songs in Zimbabwe, Asinga Nakidze, but still people are hyped for it.
I know.
Like, if you play it on the radio, one of but what's the point?
And over time, I've also had those songs. Over time, you're just like, oh, okay, guys.
Yeah.
You've shoved it down my throat. Okay, it's a good song. Do you have an artist that you feel, but to you, you're like, you don't see it? Do you have that artist in them? Everyone is just thinking that they are amazing, they're the best, but you don't feel their music in that way.
Not really, to be honest.
Well,
I feel that everyone.
Kodiachka. Well done, good.
No, but yeah, if all the artists in them are good.
Yeah.
Some of them still have potential. Some of them I don't listen to. But it doesn't mean I don't like them for who they actually are.
Okay.
And stuff like that. But
diplomacy, you have to apply it.
Exactly.
I don't so like kana hanzi kunhamo futi waindi uzoti unoenda unonoredza ngoma
ndoridza ngoma
zvekutodaro
zvekutodaro
uchishaura dzipi
zvezvinyadzi but handikwanisi zvimba pari zvinhu
we kunhamo kunoimbwa zvinyadzi
vamwe vacho haanonakidza hayo but handinei kumaziva inonyanya kuziva zvechinyadzanyadzi ndo anonatsa kundijambisa.
So with Constance, how's your relationship? Like Constance did the one akadzisa kodishona, their helper or your maid. How's your relationship like now that you're an adult, that you're grown, are you still close?
Yeah, we are. She's still with us. Akatoenda ku holiday.
For years, from when you were young till now. Mm-hmm. Wow.
So yeah. Our relationship's still good and everything like that. And yeah, I promise everyone that's helped me with Shona that I will do something when I get the money. Either kuwatengera stand or motor or something like that when I have that type of money to do it.
Oh wow, well done. Like that's sweet. Yeah. What has been the highlight of all of this in the short span of the life in the celebrity world that you've had? What has been the highlight? And having said what has been the highlight, what has been the lowest point? Not just of this stardom, but then just of your life in general.
The highlight, I would say, is getting an award, the Gumi Guru Award.
Oh, you got that one?
Yeah.
Well done.
Thanks.
The 50.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Make some noise. Yay.
So yeah.
Wow.
So I got that. So that was the highlight.
50 influential.
Yeah.
Powerful.
So
young people.
Yeah.
Wow.
So basically that means that what I'm doing is not for nothing. There are people there that appreciate it. The lowest, I would say, is just this COVID thing because you can't do shows and everything like that.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Cody, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for actually inviting me.
Ndinonzwa kufara pese pandotaura newe. You are just a ball of energy and continue being this amazing person.
Thanks, Missy.
Aiwa tinopedzisa nerurimi rwamai. Tinotenda.
Tinotenda. Miss Vikendi. Nekutunza pa. Yozi podcast.
Podcast. Thank you so much, Cody. What would you want to say to your fans before we go? There are a lot of people who love what you do, who just follow you and, are all about Cody the Rank Marshall.
Munongotera zviri pamoyo wako. Rama mchena mberi. COVID iripo. Stay safe. And yeah. Hopefully COVID inopera my mind donatso kukujambisa.
And are you still a virgin?
Yeah.
Cody's still a virgin, guys. Yes. Are you saving it for marriage?
Oh.
Cody, thank you so much. He was not ready for that question. But thank you so much. Thank you for watching Candid with Candy. Remember to subscribe. We'll be coming on this platform with more stars, with more personalities like this. So make sure that you subscribe and that you share. Remember to pray, to keep trusting God, keep believing. Until next time, mwah! Thanks for watching.